So this one you definitely got to rip open on the bottom. That one doesn't seem that difficult. Here's the spring load. There's saline in this. Extraction buffer. My guess is for that. Maybe. We're not going to read the instructions. We're dissecting. Yeah. Yeah, you do the swab. See that times 5, times 5? That's how you do the swab. 10 seconds. There's the pregnancy test. Oh shit, I didn't even notice it has. It's got the thing on it. All right. Next is this. I just did a little setup here where we're going to run through a couple of these things. Stuff actually looks like, this just looks like regular cloth. Now what I wanted to do with it is, it's odd how I can't really get it on. There we go. Okay, so you saw it in between the pixels, and now you see it not in between the pixels. Can't really get a, whoa. See my name in it? AJ. That's smart. That's definitely something smart. It says AJ in it. Come on now. Looks like it's got my name right in it. APP Apple APPLE. Do you see that? APPLE? Apple? All right. So there's no Q-tips in this for me to do a comparison, but I did tear this apart. Okay, that comes in 3 layers. It comes in this layer, the blue layer, that layer, and then this paper layer. This layer right here is what really your mouth is. It's really what your mouth touches. This stuff, I forgot to show where that's made. That's where that's made. All right. Now, so far, not really noticing too big of a deal here. But then again, that was here's the one that looks funny, which that is this. Remember, these could be used as, think of what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about puzzle boxes here. I think this may be one. Let's get the mask stuff out of the way. Now, once again, we're going to go through the bottom. Sorry, I'm looking at the inside of the box. Okay, here we have that again. We'll go ahead and look at that in a second. I want to pull the pieces and see why. This one is so different. Oh, where does blue shit come from? Where did this blue stuff come from? Come from this? No, I'm checking this thing because I was using this, but I don't see anything wrong with it. Using these scissors. That's what it could be. Okay, it's the scissors. That's why I stopped using them. All right, let's take a look at this one. They all say the same thing, I believe. Every single one of them says the same thing. Again, this looks tampered with. This wasn't loaded right. This wasn't set right. Something not right with this box for it to be like that. See why I didn't open it that way? Because look. They can hide things. Oh, shit, you can't see. Oh, they can hide things in these boxes because of how they're made. The tape alone. You just can't trust any of this stuff. All right, that's what I'm trying to tell you here. You can't trust this shit. And we got this whole thing about with China and all this dumb stuff going on. You know, while I'm taking this one apart, let's go ahead and let's talk about, because I was talking to somebody about gas prices, which is kind of funny, right? This is a Biden supporter. They're sitting there talking about how gas prices going up and this whole thing with Russia. I'm sitting there like, yo, them gas prices been going up since before. There we go. That one came off real easily. You didn't have to break that one. Sweet. There we go. So I was like, gas prices have been going up because of the pipeline that Biden shut down. I was like, that pipeline, oh, I guess that's it right there. There it is. I think that's it. I think that's what they're talking about. What people are trying to show. See the face. Looks like there's code in it. I get what they're saying. I see it. I see it. As what I'm talking about is that they're seeing these things on a microscopic level.
It's nice and round, it flows, it isn't stuck together, which means that the pH in this blood is really good and very nice. This looks so much different than the blood. Then we go in. As you can see, this plasma looks clean And even though we are now talking about someone who has an active infection, that's why this person came to me, even though we see that we have beautifully clean blood, it is flowing, it just looks completely different. And as you can also see, that the white blood cells, and I will point them out to you, found them here, that the really big lumpy things are white blood cells. You can see them in the upper corner, but here you can see the difference in the blood. The blood is beautiful, the plasma is relatively clean. This is a white blood cell. You see that this one's much bigger than the last one. This one's also moving, the other one weren't. So that means that this immune system is active and working. This is all the blood is stuck together. You see that the blood cells look really strange. They have these really weird shapes. You see all these black lines, those are the fibrins, those cause the blood clots. This is the reason why so many people are having strokes and heart attacks. That little round thing that has this different color, that is a white blood cell that is supposed to be 4 to 3 times as large. Here too, they're absolutely tiny, which is really bad because that means that your immune system is compromised. And as you can see, you've got all these fibrins everywhere. This blood doesn't look healthy at all.
Look at that face. That's what you're putting up your nose. Open one of the salines. See what you're supposed to do. Stick it in there. See what happens. Come on, you stupid phone. Damn, it's like sucking up all the... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hold on a second. You see that? No, not the little... Not that. Fuck is that? I think you put it on it. That's not a bubble construct I've ever seen. I think it's two lines means you're pregnant. Two lines mean you're pregnant. One line means you're not pregnant. Let's see. Paper. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna read this real quick to see what this means. Okay. What this means, that means negative. Like I said. Hair. It's hair. Human hair. That's what I'm getting out of it. That's what I've been getting out of all this. That they're using human hair to do all this. I got plenty of them in China. Preferably old people. Here's after it's been in the solution. Not to mention,
Christian alone can save us from the Great Reset. And this is a truth that almost no one in the resistance is talking about, and the resistance hasn't yet realized. And the resistance will be defeated by the globalists unless Christians take the lead and make it into a Christian movement. And this is because the global elite are Satanists. And this, the power that they're using is not just financial, not just technological, but is satanic, diabolic, and preternatural. They are involved in satanic worship, and they are in league with devils. Now, if you're not a Christian, I know you don't believe these things, but the Christian knows what's going on. We've been told 2,000 years ago. And therefore, we have to take action. Now, the only power that drives out devils comes from Jesus Christ. We see that in the Gospels. He drives out devils, and that's a sign that he is God. No Jewish prophet, not even Moses, drove out devils. But as soon as Christ appears on the scene, they recognize him, and he drives them out. This is one of the great signs that he is the creator, he is the Lord, he is the King of Kings, and he rules over all. And therefore, against the power of the globalists, the Freemasons, and the sons of the devil, there must be opposed the power of Christ. And this is chiefly in his mystical body, those who are in communion with him, who believe in him, who trust in him, who serve him, and who are willing to wage war for his causes, not only political, but even military kinds of war. Did the Crusaders in the First Crusade worry about whether, is international law, do we have the right to do this? I mean, can we actually go over there 1,000 miles away and take other people's lands and kill people and establish new laws and kingdoms? Do we have the right to do this? I didn't even have a doubt, because they were Christian and they understood that they are adopted sons. So the Christian is the only one who can save the world from the Great Reset, because the world must be saved in a Christian manner from devils by the power of Christ. And therefore the Christian has the duty to save the world, because this world belongs to the Creator, and we Christians are his adopted sons and daughters in Christ. And therefore we have a duty to clean up the house of God, in the sense that the house of God is his creation. This is his property. A lot of people say, the property is full of junk. It's too polluted. There's nothing that can be done. I mean, who's going to do it for us? Well, if your house is dirty, it's your duty to clean it. You can't start saying, the government should come and clean it, or someone should come and clean it. It's you who should clean it. And creation is the house of God, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And therefore, it's the duty of Christians to clean up the political order. All the more is it true when the political order falls in the hands of the sons of the devil. And that is now totally obvious. We could add on to that the arguments of natural law that since they're out to kill everyone, we have the right to defend ourselves, but that's for another video. But the Christian is the only one able to save the world from the Great Reset and the globalists, and is not only the one who has the duty to do it, he's the one who has the right. Christ said, as he ascended into heaven, all authority in heaven and earth has been given to me. And since it's been given to Christ, it's been given to his mystical body, now all those who are incorporated in him by baptism. So we Christians have the right to rule the world. We Christians have a right to govern the world. We Christians have the right to set up kingdoms and take down governments. We Christians have the supreme right of revolution against unjust states, governments, political parties, whether they kill children in the womb or whether they're out to genocide. Any violation of the natural law gives us the right to overthrow government. Any violation of the divine law, any persecution of the church. We should have absolutely no doubt that we always have the right to bear arms, because we are the representatives of God on earth. And we should have no doubt about these things, because if we do doubt these things, we do not yet recognize who we are, the adopted sons of God in Jesus Christ, who has all authority in heaven and earth. And so we have the ability, we have the duty, and we have the right. And therefore, we Christians cannot vote for Masonic parties. You cannot vote for a party that has Masons as its members, that has godless folk as its members, or godless ideology. It must be a Christian party that recognizes Christ the King and has the objective to take back your country for Christ, and to wipe out all Masonic constitutions, laws, judgments, and to remove all that ilk from the political order. Because we should not let those people be our leaders, our judges, our prosecutors, or our police, or the leaders of our corporations or social institutions. Otherwise, we are making this world a hell, and we're allowing it to become a hell. And while their sin is great, our treachery to Christ would be greater. Pace bene.